Hello, travel enthusiasts. Welcome back to Travel Insight, your go-to channel for making every journey smoother, smarter, and way more enjoyable. As we jet into 2025, air travel is hitting new heights, literally. The International Air Transport Association predicts over 4.5 billion passengers will fly globally this year, with U.S. airports like Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson and Los Angeles International busier than ever before. But here's the kicker. Not every seat on that shiny new Boeing 777X or Airbus A321neo is your ticket to a great flight. Choose wrong and you're stuck with cramped legs, noisy neighbors, or zero chance of catching a nap. A 2024 Seat Guru survey revealed a staggering 48% of passengers regretted their seat choice, leading to discomfort, disrupted work, or even health issues like leg cramps, poor circulation, or exacerbated back pain on long flights. Some seats are so bad they can derail your entire trip. Imagine missing a connection because you're trapped in the back row, or arriving at your destination exhausted from lack of sleep. In this ultimate 15-minute guide, we're diving deep into the 10 airplane seats you should never book in 2025, explaining exactly why they're a nightmare, sharing multiple real traveler horror stories, and arming you with expert tips, step-by-step strategies, and alternatives to snag the comfiest spots. We'll also explore 2025 travel trends in detail, like slimmer seats on budget airlines, larger panoramic windows on new aircraft, and AI-powered seat selection tools that are revolutionizing how we book. Whether you're a solo adventurer flying economy to Miami, a family heading to Disney World, or a business traveler jetting to Tokyo, this video will save you from seat selection disasters. Plus, stick around for an extended bonus section with hacks on how to use apps like Seat Guru and Expert Flyer, score last-minute upgrades, and even customize your seat based on personal needs like height or travel style. Let's make your next flight the best yet. Buckle up and let's get started with a thorough breakdown. Item 1. The middle seat in economy, the human sandwich. We're kicking off with the most infamous seat of all, the middle seat in economy. Picture yourself squished between two strangers, battling for armrests with zero personal space to stretch or relax. In 2025, airlines like Spirit, Frontier, and even majors like American Airlines are squeezing more rows into planes, shrinking seat widths to as little as 16.5 inches on some Airbus A320 models. You're stuck with no window view, no easy aisle access, and a front row seat, or perhaps to awkward elbow wars. Why is this a disaster? You'll struggle to sleep, work, or even eat comfortably, and you're often last to get drink service. A business traveler shared on Reddit how a 7-hour middle seat flight left them with back pain and zero productivity for a crucial meeting. Another flyer, a college student heading home for holidays, described feeling claustrophobic between a snorer and a chatty neighbor on a red-eye to LA. Pure misery. One more story. A mom with a toddler said the middle seat made it impossible to handle her child's needs without disturbing others, leading to a stressful trip. Pro tip. Check in exactly 24 hours early online to grab a window or aisle seat. Set a reminder on your phone and use the airline's app for real-time availability. If you're stuck, approach the gate agent politely with a smile and ask for a swap. Offering a window for an aisle often works, especially if you explain your needs like height or medical reasons. On newer planes like the Boeing 737 MAX, some middle seats in premium economy offer slightly more width. Use Expert Flyer to find them step by step. Log in, search your flight number, and filter for seat dimensions. Traveling with a friend? Book aisle and window in the same row. Middle seats are often left empty on partially full flights. Bonus: if you're on a budget carrier, paying $10 to $20 for a preferred seat beats the middle seat blues. And calculate the cost versus comfort. It's usually worth it for flights over 3 hours. Item 2. Seats near the bathrooms, the noisy, smelly zone. Next up, seats right in front or behind the lavatories. You're in for constant foot traffic, loud flushing sounds, and let's not sugarcoat it, occasional whiffs of unpleasant odors. With 2025's packed flights and fewer bathrooms per passenger on planes like the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, these areas are chaos central. A family heading to Paris posted on TripAdvisor about their row behind the mid-cabin lavatory. Passengers lined up, bumping their seats, and the flush valve sounded like a jet engine. Another traveler, a solo backpacker on a budget airline, couldn't sleep on a 10-hour flight due to constant door slams and conversations. One more anecdote. A couple on their anniversary trip said the odors ruined their in-flight meal, turning a romantic flight into an uncomfortable one. Why avoid? Noise disrupts rest, and smells can make meals unbearable. potentially leading to nausea on turbulent flights. Fix it. Use Seat Guru to avoid rows like 29 to 32 on A320s or 38 to 40 on 777s. Search your flight, click the seat map, and look for blue icons indicating quiet zones. Opt for forward cabins where air circulates better, reducing odors. Pack noise-canceling earbuds. But choosing a mid-cabin seat away from lavatories is your best bet. Fun fact, newer planes have quieter flush systems and better ventilation, but don't count on every airline upgrading yet. Check reviews for your specific aircraft. Step by step. Download Seat Guru app, enter flight details, read user comments on bathroom noise, and select accordingly. Item 3. The last row of the plane, trapped and upright. The last row of any plane is a rookie mistake. These seats often don't recline fully or at all due to the rear wall, and tray tables are smaller, making meals or work awkward. On planes like the Airbus A350 or Boeing 737 MAX, you're also closer to engine noise, which can hit 85 decibels. Worst of all, you're last to deplane, adding 20 to 30 minutes to your exit, critical for tight connections. A frequent flyer shared on Flyer Talk how their last row seat on a Delta flight caused a missed connection in Dallas, costing them a day and extra hotel fees. Another traveler, a parent with 2 kids, described the frustration of waiting with restless children to get off, leading to tantrums. One additional story, a senior citizen said the non-recline aggravated their arthritis, making a short flight feel endless. Solution: aim for rows 10 to 20 for quicker exits and better recline. Use the airline's seat map during booking to preview. Book early. Last rows are often left for late check-ins. In 2025, with more regional jets like the Embraer E175 in service, last rows are even tighter due to slimmer designs. Avoid at all costs. If you must, bring a travel pillow for support and earplugs for noise. Step-by-step hack. Use FlightAware to check aircraft type, then cross-reference with Seat Guru for row-specific details. Item 4. Seats right in front of exit rows. No recline, no comfort exit. Rows tempt with extra legroom, but the seats directly in front are a trap. They often have restricted or no recline to keep emergency paths clear, leaving you bolt upright for hours. On carriers like United or Lufthansa, this is especially brutal on long hauls. A 6'5" basketball player shared their pain on a forum, stuck upright on an 8-hour flight to London, knees jammed into the seat ahead. Another flyer, a retiree with chronic back issues, said their back ached after a transcontinental trip with no recline. One more tale, a writer trying to work, said the upright position made typing impossible, wasting valuable time. Pro tip, Sanai Bochat, check Seat Guru's color-coded maps. Yellow or red seats scream trouble. If you're able-bodied and willing to assist in emergencies, book the exit row itself for legroom, but confirm requirements with the airline, like being 15+ years old and physically fit. Use flight trackers like FlightAware to pick newer planes with better seat configs. Always double-check seat maps 48 hours out, as airlines may reassign for weight distribution. Extended advice: if you have medical needs, contact the airline in advance for accommodations. Item 5. Bulkhead seats without underseat storage. Overhead hassles. Bulkhead seats, the first row in a cabin section, offer legroom but no underseat storage for takeoff and landing. You'll need to stow bags in overhead bins, which are packed in 2025 due to fuller flights and carry-on fees. A mom traveling with twins shared on Reddit how she struggled to reach diapers and snacks mid-flight as her bag was buried overhead. Another solo traveler missed a quick exit because they had to wait for bin access, causing stress. One additional story: a photographer said their camera gear was inaccessible, risking damage from overhead jostling. Avoid if you need frequent access to items like laptops or medications. Fix: choose standard rows with under-seat space or confirm overhead availability with crew on boarding. Some bulkheads have bassinets for infants, great for families, but call the airline 72 hours early to reserve. In 2025, with airlines like Southwest pushing carry-on limits, plan for bin competition by packing light. Step by step. Use the airline app to view bin space estimates based on load factors. Visual cue: bulkhead seat with wall and overhead bin struggle, passenger reaching up awkwardly. Item 6. Seats near the galley, noise and light. Central seats near galley kitchens are a recipe for disruption. Expect constant crew chatter, clanging beverage carts, and bright lights from food prep. Brutal on overnight flights. On wide-body planes like the Boeing 777 or Airbus A330, galleys are noisier in 2025 with new equipment like high-speed espresso machines. A night owl flyer posted about their red-eye to Tokyo, unable to sleep due to galley noise and lights. Another traveler, a writer, couldn't focus on work with carts banging nearby. One more anecdote, a couple on a romantic getaway said the lights kept them awake, spoiling their in-flight movie date. Solution: select mid-cabin seats, rows 15 to 25, away from service areas. Check seat maps for galley locations, like rows 10 or 35 on 787s. Noise-canceling headphones are a lifesaver, but avoiding these seats is smarter. Pro tip: on newer planes, galleys are sometimes mid-cabin. Use Expert Flyer to confirm and filter for quiet zones. Extended tip: bring an eye mask for lights, and choose flights with fewer meal services if possible. Item 7. Window seats. Without a window, the blank wall trap. Yes, it's real. Some window seats have no window due to aircraft design, like row 11A on Boeing 737s or 17A on A321s. You're stuck staring at a blank wall, feeling claustrophobic with no scenic views to enjoy. A photography enthusiast was crushed on a Hawaii flight, expecting ocean vistas but getting a solid panel. Another flyer, a first-time traveler, felt cheated on their dream trip to Iceland. One additional story: a birdwatcher said the lack of view ruined their bird spotting plans from the air. Fix it. Zoom in on seat maps via Route Happy or Seat Guru to spot misaligned windows. Avoid seats marked no window. Choose true window seats in rows like 15 to 20. In 2025, newer planes like the A350 have larger windows, so research aircraft types on FlightAware for better views. Step by step, enter flight details, scroll to seat notes, and look for window alignment icons. Item 8. Seats with reduced legroom. Near-curved fuselage, cramped quarters. In the rear of narrow-body planes like the 737 or A320, seats near the fuselage curve lose precious legroom, sometimes 2 to 3 inches less than up front. With 2025's denser seat configs on budget carriers like Allegiant, this is a growing issue. A 6'2" hiker shared their knee pain on a 5-hour flight, unable to stretch. Another traveler, a teacher, said their legs cramped so badly they needed a day to recover. One more tale, a dancer said the tight space caused muscle stiffness, affecting their performance upon arrival. Tip: check seat pitch, legroom on Seat Guru. Aim for 31 inches or more. Prefer front rows or pay for extra legroom economy, like Delta's Comfort Plus or JetBlue's Even More Space. Tall travelers prioritize this for long flights. Measure your inseam and compare to seat specs. Extended advice: use a footrest accessory if stuck, but better to upgrade. Item 9. Seats prone to crying babies. Front of economy chaos. Airlines often place families with infants in the front of economy for bassinet access, leading to potential crying marathons. On international flights, this can ruin your rest or focus. A light sleeper shared their 12-hour flight nightmare, surrounded by whales, unable to relax. Another business traveler lost prep time for a presentation due to constant noise. One additional story: a student studying in-flight said the cries disrupted their concentration, leading to poor exam prep. Solution: book rear economy seats, rows 25 to 30, or invest in noise-canceling earbuds like Bose. Families with babies should call 72 hours early to secure bassinet seats. In 2025, airlines like Emirates are testing family zones. Check if your flight offers one. Step by step, search airline policies, request family sections if available. Item 10. Seats with potential for broken features. Tech nightmares. Last-minute bookings often land you in seats with faulty recline, broken in-flight entertainment, IFE screens, or dead power outlets, common in aging fleets like older 767s or A330s. With 2025 supply chain delays slowing maintenance, this is a rising risk. A tech worker shared losing 6 hours of work when their IFE failed on a cross-country flight. Another flyer seat wouldn't recline, ruining their comfort on a 9-hour trip. One more anecdote. A gamer said a dead outlet left them without battery for their device, bored the whole way. Avoid. Read recent seat reviews on Seat Guru or Flyer Talk. Choose newer planes like the A350 or 787 MAX via FlightAware, as they have updated systems. On boarding, test your seat and alert the crew immediately for a possible swap. Extended tip: bring a portable charger as backup and download offline content. Phew, that's our detailed list of the 10 airplane seats to dodge in 2025 for a comfier, happier flight. But don't stress, smart seat selection is your secret weapon. Let's wrap up with a treasure trove of bonus hacks to lock in the best seats, expanded for even more value. First, download Seat Guru and Expert Flyer apps. They're like GPS for seats, with color-coded maps, user reviews, and aircraft-specific details. Yellow or red seats? Steer clear. Check in exactly 24 hours early online, set an alarm to beat the rush, and monitor for releases. In 2025, AI tools like Google Flights or Kayak analyze your preferences, e.g. legroom, quick exit, quiet zones, and suggest seats. Use them by inputting details like height or travel type. For long hauls, consider Premium Economy, which offers 5 to 7 inches more legroom, better recline, and priority boarding on airlines like United, Lufthansa, or Qantas. Budget tight. Airlines like Emirates and Singapore let you bid for upgrades post-booking. Check their apps for deals, starting bids as low as $50. Real story. A honeymooning couple used Seat Guru to swap a noisy galley seat for a quiet window on their Paris flight, making it pure bliss. Another traveler, a 6'4" dad with kids, paid $30 for extra legroom economy and called it a game changer for family comfort. One more. A solo adventurer bid out said $75 for premium on a long haul and arrived refreshed. Solo travelers. Pick window seats for views and sleep. Rows 15 to 20 are often best for scenery. Groups. Book early to sit together as 2025 flights are 90% full on average. Use group booking tools on airline sites. For international trips, choose aisle seats to move freely every 2 hours. Stretching prevents jet lag, keeps blood flowing, and helps you stay fresh. Doctors recommend it for flights over 4 hours. Tall flyers? Prioritize exit rows or extra legroom seats, but confirm exit row duties, e.g. lifting 40-pound hatches speaking English. Fun tip. Airlines like Southwest offer early boarding for a fee. Snag front rows for quick exits, especially useful at busy airports. Traveling with kids? Pack noise-canceling headphones for them and request bassinet seats 72 hours early. Call, don't email, for priority, and confirm availability based on aircraft type. Business travelers, keep a go bag with TSA-compliant essentials like chargers and snacks, and choose aisle seats near the front for fast deplaning and work efficiency. In 2025, new aircraft like the Boeing 777X and Airbus A321XLR boast better seat padding, adjustable headrests, mood lighting, and larger windows. Search for these on FlightAware when booking to enhance your experience. If you're over 6 feet, look for planes with 32+ inch pitch. If you're stuck in a bad seat, politely ask the gate agent for a swap. Flexibility, kindness, and explaining your needs, e.g. medical, can work wonders. Joining airline loyalty programs, even basic tiers, gives you priority on seat selection. Delta's Sky Miles or United's Mileage Plus are great starts. Earn points through credit cards for perks. One last gem. Check your flight's seat map 48 hours out. Airlines sometimes release better seats as they finalize loads or blocked seats open up. If you're flying budget, weigh the cost of a $15 to $40 seat upgrade against hours of discomfort. It's often worth it for flights over 3 hours, especially if you value sleep or productivity. For connecting flights, prioritize seats near the front to make tight transfers, especially at hub airports like Chicago O'Hare, London Heathrow, or Dubai International. And don't forget, in 2025, some airlines are testing VR headsets for IFE now. Book newer planes to try them or download apps for virtual tours. Always factor in your personal health. Consult a doctor for long flights if you have conditions like DVT risk. We hope this comprehensive guide transforms your 2025 flights into smooth, comfy adventures. If you loved these tips, smash that like button, subscribe to Travel Insight, and drop your worst seat story in the comments. We read every single one. Check our playlist for more travel hacks, from packing tips to airport navigation. For the latest seat insights, visit seatguru.com or expertflyer.com. Fly smart, stay comfy, and we'll catch you in the skies.